Salutations to all of you. What makes us healthy and happy as we go through in our life? In other words, what is the goal of life or the purpose of life? This was the prime question which was put forth before the speaker's master on several occasions. The conversations, discussions, views expressed, insights put forth by the master have been summed up and put it in the form of an episode before the viewers. The viewers need not endorse the insights or the views expressed in this discussion. They may exercise their own discretion as to whether to accept the views or to reject it. It is left to the thinking process of the viewers themselves. Well, we will move on to the question which was put forth before the master by the speaker. What makes us healthy and happy as we go through in our life? The master, before according his candid reply, he in turn posed one more question to his disciple or the speaker. The question was like this: right now, what you would invest in terms of time and energy in order to get a fruitful and future life of yours? This was the question put forth to the speaker by the master. Before going into the details of the conversations, discussions transpired between these two persons, we will discuss about the survey carried out by the Harvard University sometime in the past. In this survey, thousands of people were subjected to a question which goes like this: what is the goal of life, or what is the sole purpose of life? In this survey, two categories were there. In first category, the age group of people in the range of 20 and 50 are pulled together, and the rest of the age group people in the second category. The first category of people subjected to survey replied to the question as most of their goal in life was to become rich. In the second category of people subjected to the survey, they said that their sole motto or sole goal of life or purpose of life is to become famous. Unfortunately, the replies given by both the group of people are not in respect of the goal which ought to have been considered by them. Probably their goal could have been taken as the purpose of life should be attaining a optimum, satisfactory and peaceful and overall good life. Should have been like this. That reply could have been like this. But this was lacking in the replies given by the people in the survey. To put it in a right perspective, there are three levels of growth in human level of living. What are those three levels of living or three levels of growth? First level of growth is primitive or the basic level of living, which we can call it as survival of living. The second level may be in furtherance to the survival. Human being caters to the need of success. He wants his life to be success. Unfortunately or fortunately, he may attain success or he may attain degrowth. The second level is success level of living. It may be tantamount to growth or failure. The third important level of living is the significant level of living. It is a fact that the human being has to pass through all these levels of living. Unfortunately, we as human beings, we successfully pass through the first level of living because it is very essential. It is a survival level of living. One has to pass through this. Second level is left to the choices made by the people, the decisions taken by the people, and the attitudes and aptitudes of the persons or human beings to reach the level of success or failure. It depends upon their own attitudes and aptitudes and decisions and actions, deeds taken up or resorted to by the human beings. In most of our life, the third level of living, which is an important and significant level, is called significant level of living. Any successful person, any person who wants to be successful and wants to lead a meaningful life would concentrate and would put the third goal, the third level of living, which is called significant level of living, while he attains the first and second levels of living. When he puts this third level of living into his consideration, the first two levels will be very satisfactory and he would cover it with success. Unfortunately, we lack this capability of living significantly because significant level of living gives so much, a lot of meaning to the life, which includes the important things which I will be discussing now in this episode. Do we figure out what on earth I am for? Where I am going? What is my purpose? And so many other questions crops up in human being who are intended to have a serious life and good life. These questions were put forth to the master. Master replied, "These are not the issues which comes in the ambit of spirituality. These are the questions which fits in the human issues ambit, because these questions are common to any serious person wherever he lives and in which part of the country or the planet he belongs to. We are seeing good lot of people around us saying they are leaving. Can we accept the statement of such people who says that they are leaving? It cannot be considered as a correct statement, because most of us are not living in full spirit. We are just existing. Though our parents have not planned us as to what we should be or what we should not be, God did the plan for us. We matter to God. We matter to the society. We matter to the universe. And we matter to all those who are around us. We are not here by accident. We are here for a purpose. Though genetically we are unique, though we are different in our lifestyle, upcomings, experiences, we have one thing in common. We have one unique thing in common. That is the talent. That talent needs to be explored. We have to find out the talent, what type of uniqueness each one of us have. That uniqueness, that exploring of that uniqueness must be a part of the goal of our life. We need to offer something to the society, that uniqueness, the talent through which we can serve the society back. Insofar as the goals of life is concerned, the goals of life or purpose of life differs from person to person. It differs from a family person to a person who is a corporate, or a person who is a layman, a farmer, a common man. They may be having different purposes and goals of life. In our profession, we have certain sets of purposes to be attained. As a common man, we have certain purposes to attain. As a professional, we have certain purposes to attain. But we lack the main purpose of life, or we don't even concentrate on such important goal in our life. What is that goal? What our Vedic scriptures prescribes, what our religions, different Western religions and various religions prescribes as the purposes of life. We will discuss briefly in respect of this. As long as there are no problems, life goes smooth. The purposes of life will lose its significance. We will not be concentrating more on what is our purpose or goal in our life, because life will be very smooth and everything goes in order. But life is not full of happiness our life will not move without any problems. Problems tend to occur at some point or the other. So here, Vedic scriptures come into our rescue, and also the various religions, what they say about the goals of life, come for the rescue. First, we will discuss on what the Western religions prescribes, advocates the goal for life. They have a faith, or they believe that the sole purpose of life is to attain heaven. Attaining heaven needs the human beings to employ good deeds, good actions, and accumulation of right and ample living. Though Vedic scriptures endorses the views expressed by the faith or belief posed by the Western religions as attaining heaven as the goal, sole goal, the Vedic scriptures goes further beyond this goal of attaining the heaven. Kama, Artha, Dharma and Moksha are the four goals prescribed by the Vedic scriptures. They say that attaining heaven may be goal of life, but since some traditions believe that there is life after death, there is rebirth phenomena. Even though those who have attained the status of heaven may have to come back, may have to take rebirth after the accumulation of good things are over. Coming back to the earth through rebirth may lead to the life back to zero. So he has to lead his life again, and he has to strive to reach the higher state of life. So Vedic scriptures, though endorse the views, but do not stick to the goal of attaining heaven. Kama, the lust, also includes the desires for material pleasures, sensual pleasures of all kinds. Artha, the wealth. Dharma, the righteousness. And the moksha, the liberation. The first two goals, Artha and Kama, are often misused by most of us. Hence, the Dharma, the third goal of life, has come to our rescue in order to make these two first goals for proper mix or proper combination. When Artha and Kama are put into right mix under the patronage of Dharma, which is operated through the doctrines of karma, the karmic law, good deeds, good actions, good results, bad deeds, bad actions, bad results. This phenomena, this doctrine operates on Dharma when the first two goals, Artha and Kama, are in right mix using Dharma under the doctrines of karmic things, law of karma. We definitely pave our journey of life to the significant level of living, the third growth of living. or third level of our life. Significant level of living is the leading the life of heaven, which is the right mix of the right combination of artha, kama together with dharma. When we transcend all these three, artha, kama and dharma, which we are terming it as significant level of living, we land up in a state where we have optimum life, meaningful life, happy life, blissful life, freedom from worries, freedom from sorrows, and a level of liberation. This life is called life of liberation, moksha. As most of us believe that moksha is on the death of a person, when we leave our physical abodes here, we attain some state which we commonly believe as moksha or naraka. This moksha, the state which we all think, most of us think, believe that it is not a state outside our life, it is within our life itself. As significant of level of living is within our living structure, so is the moksha, the liberation, the freedom. When there are right mix of living, kama, artha, dharma, moksha tend to happen. We tend to be free. There are no worries. We develop right perspectives for life, right directions for our life, so that we lead a successful, blissful and total holistic life. This life is called the moksha, the liberation of life. The goals of life is to have ample life, total life or holistic life, and we should experience the liberation, significant level of living, happy living, blissful life, and the freedom from all sorts of worries, and also most importantly our ignorance. Free from ignorance itself is moksha, which we experience in this very life itself. The moksha is not after this life. Moksha or liberation, freedom from ignorance, is very much in this life itself. So, we all discussed mutually as to what are the purposes of life, and the master's insights and the perspective of the speaker may be considered or may not be considered. It is left to the discretion of the viewers. Once again, the speaker is reiterating it. We will come up with new topic in the ensuing episodes. Till then, salutations once again. Namaste.